There's a BBC docudrama that's just been released called Life and Death in the Warehouse, and it raises more questions than it answers, to be honest, because it looks at the culture that has been permeated throughout the particular organisation it's clearly supposed to be referencing is Amazon. And of course Amazon have had a dreadful press. There have even been deaths in the warehouse, and people have then within that team been expected to carry on working. This particular scenario is about a poor girl who feels that her only option is to work at this warehouse, and unfortunately miscarries because of the work ethos there. So it does ask a wider question, though, in terms of, we know this as a society, but why are you and I and other people still buying off Amazon? Why are we still prepping stuff to go in there and have customers that sell on it? Well, because in my mind, it's because it's just so pervasive. It's become such an integral part of our new society in terms of that next day expectancy. And it's not to say that you can't get that elsewhere. But of course it just makes it easy, and we're all notoriously lazy. Or are we lazy, or is it just we've just so overwhelmed with so many things to do that this just makes it all that so much easier, having it all in one place, swipe right, boom, it's there either same day or tomorrow. And perhaps we all just need to be a lot more mindful and be aware of the road we're going down and what we're now accepting as a society, and not changing our behaviour that feeds this other very toxic culture that's there, and we're all aware of it, but they're still doing brilliantly, and of course they will. So there's wider questions to be asked. Obviously, yes, they could do it a lot better in terms of how they look after their staff, and I would imagine that they could easily increase the number of staff they have working there to take the pressure off of the ones that are there. And I know that they like to keep the staff turnover high, because then people don't get complacent in their workplace, and therefore it keeps things very cost effective for them, because you have to keep up or get out. And I think the question that this raises is, what will you and I do about this? From my perspective, it means I want to offer another option, and we already are very proud of what we're doing at the warehouse and how we look after the guys that work for us, and it's an important part of what we do and our impact on wider society as well, in terms of our suppliers as well as our customers and things like that. But I think all of us are equally responsible for this, because we feed it and we're aware of the problem, but will it change our behaviour? Whether it's sweatshops and buying clothing super uber cheap, or whether it's just because it's easy and can't be bothered to get your credit card out to buy from somewhere else online for a next day delivery. So maybe give it some thought, and we certainly are going to be doing exactly that in the warehouse, and making sure that, you know, that we continue to offer another option, because those options are definitely out there, and there's there's this groundswell of other businesses that are doing things a lot more conscientiously.